Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Yo, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm Jay Jones, your host and ordinarily your dungeon master. This week, however, we're continuing our bonus adventure run by Mike Christensen, and featuring myself and my fellow producers, Andrew Dickinger and Niels-Christian, as players. So without further ado, let's get to the game.
Previously on Friday Night Quests, while searching for the wizard Sweeney, Gormo, the dwarf manservant, found himself in a town besieged by orcs. The orc ruler has demanded the town turn over all of their women, and has given them a deadline of 3 days to do so.
So if we try to leave, we probably will get attacked no matter what.
Is that what's going on? We can't leave?
Are you asking her? She's walking down the stairs.
Asking
So
there. I'm
you're
quickly
running
falling behind her. Is that true? We can't leave?
I would imagine. He said he wanted you guys to lead out the women, I imagine, as recompense.
To be clear, when you put this flyer up to request provisions, you failed to mention that we couldn't leave. I feel like that was a small oversight.
Flyer. I sent letters of requesting aid. I sent letters to every king nearby except for him.
Well, I'm sorry, but I won't take up the burdens of other people unless you hire me. I will be leaving.
What's your rate?
I don't know if you can afford it.
We will make something work out. I just need someone to help out until I think the king is going to send word. And as she's saying this at the bottom of the stairs, the bartender walks and says, "Are you serious? You honestly still think they're going to come with the cavalry riding over the hill?" And the mayor just shakes her head. She says, "It's our only hope. We can't stand against them ourselves."
Well, there's no way to leave? There's no way any of you can get out of here?
Where would we run to?
A local kingdom. I know a couple kingdoms I could recommend. One that's mostly lizard people, but they're nice.
What do you know about the Grey Wastes, son?
Well, so far, terrible for dark clothing. I've been getting dust out of it for hours. But beyond that, probably not very good for your skin. You'll need a lot of moisturizer.
Whose domain are we in?
I'm not entirely sure.
You can make a history check if you'd like to.
Sure.
Anyone's entitled to that.
Hey! I did
Oh, that was
something good.
actually
21.
21 for Dante.
20 for me.
Nice.
20 for Gormo.
Just 13.
13? Okay. So, Aedoro, you're not from this area. You don't know. But Dante and Gormo, you both realize as you guys think about it, you're like, I don't know if anyone's jurisdiction is in. And then you realize it's in a bit of a no man's land. This is an area that's sort of fallen off the map as far as there's not really anything here that people want.
Nobody wants to own the Grey Waste property? That's so strange.
It's lawless and full of orcs. And so far, I mean, occasionally people have owned it. There have definitely been kingdoms in this area previously. But at the moment, it's sort of in this weird no man's land where no one wants to have it on their map and then be obligated to send in the armies to deal with the orcs yet. They're dealing with their own stuff, their own wars. A lot of people want to, at some point, they'll claim it, they'll take care of it, but they say that. You don't actually know if that's coming anytime soon. But right now, it's sort of on its own.
Well, I know that this kingdom is not really favored by anyone. What king did you expect to come to your aid?
We've sent letters. Haven't we, Ms. Mayor? And she shakes her head. She says, I've sent letters to the kings, the governors, the lords, the priests. Apparently, the priests are the ones who answered, and I am grateful for that, as we do need the relief effort, but I was very hopeful for soldiers.
Well, let me make this very clear. I won't care about the politics at all, but I'll do what you pay me to do. If you're paying me to protect the town, then I'll protect the town.
That's all I need.
So there's literally no other option. We can't escape out of here by foot? Is there any water we could take nearby?
The water we have is in the cart you brought.
Okay, there's got to be a way to solve this without having to fight a giant.
I'm open to suggestions. The bartender, the large man says, "Yeah, there is an option. We take the fight to them when they're not looking for it. We know where they are. We know they're on the old fort out on Pox Hill. We can handle this."
Well, what's a Pox Hill?
Pox Hill is a hill where there was a fort, but then they'd abandoned it due to plague.
Like a pox of some kind?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. That's probably a good reason why you call it pox hell.
Yeah, that's right. And that's where the orcs are right now. Well, they're on their way there right now. But they'll be there tonight. And they'll be there tomorrow night. And at this point, people are starting to come out of their houses. They realize that the orcs have left. And they're gathered around. And some of the men are nodding their heads in agreement. He says, all we have to do is get ourselves ready and get out there and take them out when they're not expecting it.
How many men do you have here?
Got about 30.
That's a good amount of men.
And the mayor says, I am not going to commit my guards to that task.
Why not? I mean, you're going to have to commit them eventually.
If we protect the town, we're fortified. We can hold them off. We can fend them off from the walls. If the cavalry comes, even better. But if they don't, we can protect ourselves from inside the city. If we head out there, we're exposed.
It does make sense.
And at this point, you hear a voice from the back of the crowd. Cowards! All of you cowards! And this impossibly old woman with very long arms and knobbly elbows and shaking knees and just wild white hair going in all different directions sort of parts through the crowd. You definitely see a couple people rolling their eyes when she approaches, but some of them are, heeding her voice at this point. Mm-hmm. She says, You would just stand by and watch as they take the women from our town? Even you, Ms. Mayor? No. What would you do without us? Just play with your own selfish pricks? No, you have to. None of you are working anyway. They burned all the fields and saw to that. Beat your plowshares into swords. Fight them off. That's what we can do. You can stand up. Strong warriors, all of you.
So that's one of your soldiers, or is that...
No, that's Mildred.
Oh, okay.
Wow, she is a character.
That's, well, I don't know what to do. What do you guys want to do, fellow mercenary? I'm a mercenary, aren't I? I got hired for a job.
You are a mercenary.
I'm a fellow mercenaries. What do you want to do?
Attacking isn't a bad strategy. You'll catch them off guard.
Is that what we should be doing?
The man is shaking his head and the mayor is shaking her head. No. The man's shaking his head, yeah. Sorry.
I am worried about the idea of attacking Hill that's notably for plague.
The problem is, we don't know how many people they have. We would then be attacking them in their inside a defensive place versus letting them come to us and being behind walls where we can keep everyone in this village
Well,
safe.
they are orcs. We could probably just, lure them out of it. They're rather dumb.
Plus, it doesn't sound like we're going to get any soldiers to back us up.
So Gormo looks around and he sees Aedoro, kind of arguing a little bit with... It was the bartender?
The bartender and the mayor.
Bartender and the mayor. He sees Dante looking around and sees all the people concerned and kind of takes it all in. Gormo walks up to the mayor and basically stands for the mayor. I'm sorry, I really must... Please let me do this. He pulls out his paper, opens it up. I am Gormo of House Kemp. Listen, I'm Gormo of House Kemp, servant to Prince Horace Kemp, and without going through the list of these others, at my core, I am a problem solver. I have a problem. I'm looking for a wizard named Sweeney. He wears orange hair. He looks very dirty, a gross man. But it seems that this is in kind of, I guess, against the problem I am trying to solve. I cannot solve my problem without addressing this one first. And while in the service industry, we have a saying. It's called clean the dish. And what it refers to is, well, if you're preparing a sandwich and the only plate that you have is dirty, you don't merely throw that plate away. You clean the plate, and while looking around here, Mayor, I intend to clean that plate. Sir, Aedoro, I will... He pulls out his bag of gold, and he throws 25 gold on the ground. As you are part of this problem and adhering to it, I will hire you under Horace Kemp, my station. You will be 25 gold to be paid to assist myself and the mayor in solving this orc issue. And Dante, you gave me some very nice armor, and this is very nice, and I would continue to like to have this. And Mayor, well, do you accept my requests? I think I did that. How I'm supposed to do that.
Gormo?
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Oh.
I do accept.
Oh, great. What's next? Rosé? That's usually what we do.
No. Well, let's not do rosé.
Okay. Right. Problem. Okay. Aedoro. Dante. I guess the best move next is what? This is the farthest as I got. I don't really know from here.
You talk a lot, Gormo.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I will try to keep it very simple words.
You also, you could have put the gold in my hand and not thrown it on the ground.
Yeah, I realize that now. Let me clean each of these off for you. Just want to polish that one. There we go. There's one. There's another, and that's two. And that.
Are you, Gormo? You're a very kind dwarf.
Well, thank you. I shouldn't have said that twice. Sorry.
Yeah, don't be so. Stop being so nervous. Wait till we get to the orcs, then you can be nervous.
Oh, all right. So what's the first move? This is my first time mercenarying, which very exciting.
Well,
but
I guess we only have 3 options.
Well, 2. We stay here and defend, or we go after them.
Well,
or option
third?
3. I don't have an option 3. I thought it'd be cool to say. Sorry.
Okay.
I've seen Horace do it a lot.
What is our third option?
The third option would be to lure them out, but to go after them now. So there's essentially 2 options to going after them now. We go after them now and siege their possibly pox-infested castle, or with unknown numbers, or we lure them out. We get an idea for their numbers, and that would give us time to flee back to here and defend the position, or to attack them in the open, or we just wait the time out and have them come here and then defend from the walls.
Do a little recon, you're saying, first.
I can do that. I've done that.
I think that would be probably best if we wait for them to come here. They know our defenses. They know this fortification quite well. I feel like if they came to take it, they would come to know how to take it, especially with us here as well. I think they wouldn't expect the other one. They typically say if a piece of cloth or string breaks on a piece of clothing, you find the source. You don't keep pulling. You'll just unravel the whole thing.
I'm not sure how that's relevant.
Right. Yeah, I'm not one for sitting around. I think we go.
All right.
Then the best option probably is to have a smaller number of people.
Yeah, 3.
Wait, why? Do we have like 30 soldiers here? Wouldn't we want to bring the 30 soldiers?
Well, they're not soldiers. They are, in fact, farmers.
Oh.
With pitchforks.
Yeah.
I thought you said, Mayor, there are 30 soldiers here.
I was asked how many men in the town there are.
Oh.
I have a regiment of about 20 guard, men and women both, and a lot of angry, disaffected men and farmers who have been run out of their houses.
Oh, okay. So they do not retain the occupation specifically of soldier?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have 20 guard who I am not sending with you. I cannot give up that defense. I can't be sure that they wouldn't attack while you were gone.
Okay.
But we do have the men who... And she kind of looks back and she sees that a lot of them are sort of piling into the bar, into Samson's, following the large man, who are out of work, angry, passionate, and untrained.
Yeah.
There is a 4th option.
So there was a third option? What was the third option?
Well, no, there were 3 options before, and now there's a 4th option.
Oh, okay. What's the 4th option?
4th option is if we give ourselves a day, I could train them to at least the basic extent to make them ready.
To train up the guard?
The guard and the men in the town.
Oh, well, if you think that's something we could do, I mean, if that could increase our defenses. What do you think of that, Mayor?
One way or another, those men are going to want to fight. If you want to take them under your wing.
I'm Aedoro of the 7 Spears. So, yes, I can do it.
So, okay, so we stay. We build up some defenses and make sure the guards are ready to go. Excellent. I will get the rosé. Or wait, no, that's not what we do right now, right?
I can set you up with rooms at the O'Reilly house.
Okay. Excellent. That's also good.
Great. And as she's walking back towards the town square, the little girl runs up, the girl in the dirty dress, and she's like, "Mommy, are the orcs going to kill us?" "No, honey, they're not. We're going to make our way through this. Where are your shoes?" "I burned them!" Great.
She
Excellent.
will be a great warrior.
Fantastic. And she guides you to the house, the quaint little cottage, and she leads you in, and there's a sort of small, plump, curly-haired woman fishing something out of her fireplace, out of the fire.
Hello, I am Gormo of House Kemp. I'm here to take residence in your inn.
Did someone lose a shoe?
Oh, yeah, it belongs to... Oh, that girl. I don't know her name.
Cassandra. My name is Cassandra Shaw.
Oh, Oh, you're right there. Okay, hi. I can say
Yeah, she has that effect. You don't see her coming. She just is beside you.
Oh, well, hello, Cassandra Shaw. I'm Gormo of House Kemp. I believe your shoe is on fire. Would you like me to attend to that?
I don't need it.
Are you sure? Feet can get all kinds of wears and tears.
Makes
without
it harder
proper
to run
shoes.
on the roofs if I have shoes.
That is probably correct, but I still don't think you should be doing that. That's probably very dangerous. I have a list of things that are very dangerous for young children to do. Hold on, I have them in one of my pockets.
Relax, Gormo. She'll be fine.
Okay. All right, I'll just put this away.
The little girl just runs outside, and just you see her climb up a drain pipe.
So I will take your smallest room. In fact, if you have a shed of some kind, that is totally fine.
Nonsense. None of my guests stay in any sheds. No. We'll find a spot for you.
Oh.
How many beds?
Oh, I require a floor, but that's all.
3 beds.
3 beds?
What time of day is it?
It's probably about 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Aedoro says there's no time to waste. I'll be back. And
Okay.
walks out.
Cool. We'll resolve that in a minute. As for the two of you, do you guys want your beds together?
No, separate would be good.
Separate rooms?
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll make that happen. And then she gives you guys your keys. Not Aedoro's, but she gives you guys Aedoro's key.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. This is the key to like a whole room.
Yes, well, I've got plenty of rooms, less so than I used to, now that all the farmers are out of work and, they're all laid up. I mean, certainly I understand that the times are tough, but certainly seems to be quite a bit of business. Not that I'm speaking ill of anyone, but it seems like some more people could be out there farming than are here just resting their laurels, but that's just my opinion.
The farms are all burned to the ground.
Oh, honey, I know that's things they say, and all these farmers get so angry at each other.
Oh, the farmers get angry at each other? I
Oh,
thought
honey.
there were orcs.
Oh, honey, everyone blames everything around here on orcs. I haven't seen an orc around here in ages. No. Honey. And she leans down and she says, Old Man Nelson, the one with the long, long beard, the longest beard. You'll see him and you'll know him. He got caught with one of his field hand's daughters. And when the field hand found out, well, it was only like 6 months later and then the field got burned. Honey, how do you draw a line between the one and the other and not see where the line goes is all I'm saying. Maybe the field hand wasn't so happy with the harvest that year, if you know what I mean.
She's speaking of trysts. I know of these things quite well.
Would I roll insight to see if she's telling the truth?
Sure.
I would also like to roll insight.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
well.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
24 insight.
I only got 18, but
She definitely knows that it's orcs. She would like it to not be orcs. This is maybe what she tells herself to make it seem like it's not orcs.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate that those types of trysts are happening, and I wish you well with your tryst spotting.
No, you tell me if you see anyone, not that I'm a gossip, not by any means, but if you see anybody up to anything, you do let me know.
Of course.
I'll keep it all under my cap, if you know what I mean. I don't actually have a cap on me, but if I had a cap, all these secrets
yes.
would be under there. Not that I have secrets, you understand.
Of course, metaphorical caps and secrets. Understood.
Aedoro, you make your way out. All the men are sort of gathered inside the tavern, and you can hear more sort of shouting from inside Samson's.
So he's gathered like a bunch of sticks, essentially, just
Okay.
say 5 to 6 foot long rods.
Mhm.
And 20 or 30 of them, enough essentially for everybody, with the help of the guards
Sure.
in the town. He sort of grabs.
I mean, we're doing a Mulan sequence here, right? Where everybody's going to be outside cutting spears.
There is a
and,
montage.
Be a
Nice.
man.
Be ready for a montage. It's about
All
the
right.
montage.
They're going to be carrying buckets of water around and
roll for montage.
yes, roll for montage.
So yeah, he kicks open the door essentially and just drops them all on the ground and says, "Let's go. There's no time to waste."
The bartender, who seems to have been corralling people, he seems to have been in the middle of the speech, immediately just slams his beer down, hops over the counter, and just straight up follows you, no questions asked. Picks up one of the sticks. The other men sort of slowly fill out. Some of them have a couple farming implements with them. Most of them seem unarmored at this point and unarmed.
If they have any reservations, Aedoro suddenly screams, "Now!"
Yeah, okay, the rest of them follow you out. All right, you guys are all standing in the town square. Or you and the men are standing in the town square. And some women as well, not just men.
Yeah. So essentially, he through his history and his training and everything, starts to take them through the basics of pike and short spear combat.
Okay.
And deflecting and parrying, and essentially a way to keep them alive, so they could at least maintain a line and some discipline.
Yeah.
And they just run through that throughout the day, essentially.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead
montage
and
style.
have you use a performance check to see if it sinks in.
Ooh,
Performance.
can I
Ooh,
aid?
God.
Tell me how you would aid him.
I don't know. I'd give some kind of stand next to him, give some kind
Would
of
this
weird speech.
Would this be performance or athletics?
It's probably more performance than athletics because you're trying to corral these people. Really, you're trying to get them to do what you do.
Yeah, but if it's like training is more like a personal trainer doesn't use performance. They like
no, but if you were doing it one-on-one,
But you're
because you're doing it to a whole
demonstrating.
group.
You're doing a demonstration in front of people.
I want to aid him by basically giving a speech before he starts like training them to help raise their morale.
Make a persuasion roll.
Ooh, yeah.
You may be able to give him advantage on the roll.
22.
Okay, you give a very inspirational speech. Can we hear a snippet?
I've known Aedoro for a whole day now. He's a great warrior. I watched him spear the heart out of several orcs. If there's anyone here that can teach you to defend yourself, it's him.
Cool. But make your check with advantage.
With advantage. Well, I actually rolled pretty well the first time. So. Yeah, so the first one. Even though I have a -2, I still got a 16.
16. All right, you got some of the men not quite grasping it, but a good number of them are. I'll say probably about 16, 17 of them are really like they're getting what you're laying down.
Well, and as a teacher, I'm going any of the ones that are having trouble, I'm going up and doing one by one by
which
one.
just it's taking longer because of the ones who are a little slower on the uptake, who are very much like
I am trying to teach a group of farmers to defend themselves against rampaging orcs in a day.
Yes.
So,
You have 2 days, but yeah.
No. We have a day.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so that takes you probably into the evening to do all that. It's probably a good 5-6 hours of that, and
At that point, he has them doing, drills one-on-one.
yeah, cool.
Gormo's in the inn, standing on top of the bed in the room that he's in. Just standing on it, because he's never been in such a nice room. Because Gormo doesn't sleep in nice rooms, even as a servant, where he usually sleeps outside, or with the coach or whatever it is. So he's standing on top of the bed, not really sure how to act or what to do. He lays on the bed and kind of sinks. He's a big dwarf, so he sinks into the bed, and it just feels so strange to him to be in something so soft. And there's just pillows everywhere, and he's like, there's just an unnecessary amount of pillows. There's inefficient amount of pillows here, and he's just taking them and arranging them in the corner and using them to prop things up as opposed to using them to lay on, try to get more efficient work out of them. And he takes to the floor, really.
Is that his afternoon as well?
His afternoon is kind of taking in the room.
Okay.
Because he doesn't really train people with for military work or anything like Aedoro does.
Well, Aedoro's doing that for 6 hours. Are you doing that for 6 hours as well?
Yes. See,
Okay.
It's just Gormo,
That was my
This is
question.
the first time Gormo's really kind of taken in a hotel room basically to stay in,
like
himself.
a B&B room,
Like a
basically.
B&B room.
He just stood in catatonia on the bed for a good 3
Yeah,
hours.
he was just very much just I don't know what to do in here.
Yeah.
But he gets a little bit more comfortable. He tests out the bed, he tests out the floor, and he's like, yeah, the floor for sure.
Okay.
So after they train, I'm assuming everyone went to the bar maybe.
Yeah, there's some people at the bar after
So
that.
I'm gonna say that's where I went,
Okay.
and I had myself a few drinks. And
Did you
hung
do
out.
anything while they were training for the first 5 hour chunk of time?
I'd probably just sat at the bar or watched them.
Watch them from the
Yeah.
bar. It's right there. They were in the town square,
Yeah.
so yeah, you easily could have.
So I guess afterwards, when I've had a few drinks and hung out with them, I go outside and I'm like, I'm going to show you guys something cool. So he takes his crossbow and starts shooting minor illusion into the air. And,
Oh, God.
Making it look like fireworks.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Just drunkenly woo!
Nice.
Trying to impress everybody.
Minor illusion's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I perform it well. Yeah, 24.
24
Damn.
performance. Yeah, you really you've raised these people's spirits.
Yeah.
They are having a rough night, a rough day, but
What
and
do the orcs think of this? They look over to the town and just fireworks are going off above it. They're like,
I don't know if they can see, but maybe.
they find it all right. No, I'm kidding.
they get a little joy back in their life.
One of them just single tear.
Do they rethink their thoughts, Mike? Does the king change his mind?
So it goes a long way to help these people kind of dealing with their situation.
They're having a little bit of fun,
Yeah,
which they need.
and then they all toast as well.
The reason that that Aedoro said specifically they only have a day is because you need a day to train, and he's a little rough as a teacher. So then you have a day of recovery,
Nah.
and preparation, and then essentially being ready for fight day.
Got it.
So I guess we all go to bed tonight, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
So I sleep on the floor.
Of your room. Mm-hmm. All right, makes sense. And the rest of you sleep in a bed like normal people.
Yes.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Make wisdom saving throws.
Damn it.
Uh-oh. Not terrible. 15.
Oh, 18.
14.
Okay. Aedoro, during the night, you are plagued with horrible dreams. You are walking through the village, and you see dead people sort of littering the ground like cobblestones. And you see the orcs cutting people down to shreds sort of in the far ground distance. And the little girl whose life you took walks alongside next to you and she says, "Are you going to let this happen again?" And next to you on your other side is Samson and all the other men with their spears, and they said, "Not this time, buddy." And you all charge in after the orcs, and you see some people get cut down, but you guys just tear into the orcs, and you guys toast in victory over the slaughtered bodies of the orcs and raise your glasses, and the sun emerges, and there's just people handing you sacks of gold, and it's a rough dream to begin with, but it ends on a high note. Dante and Gormo, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
15.
20.
Okay. So Gormo, you have a little bit of a hard time sleeping at night. You smell something in the air that seems a little strange. It smells like something sort of sweet burning, but not like a fire or anything. Just like some sort of weird smoke in the air. Dante, you wake up and you smell the same thing. You smell something, but you also hear people moaning from bedrooms. And you sort of listen and you hear people
moaning?
No. Nightmares. You hear people sort of unsettled and like sort of in fitful sleep.
Huh.
And you share a wall with Aedoro and you hear the sounds coming from his room.
Huh. What is it? Is it morning or is it still the middle
This
of
is
the night?
middle of the night. This is like midnight.
Okay, I guess I'll wake up and go, like, try and go into his room.
Yeah. Do you knock? You just open the door?
I just open the door. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it locked? Probably not.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
you-
I just go in and, like, shake him up.
You see him tossing and turning in his sleep.
Aedoro, hey.
At the end of your dream, after the orcs' victory, essentially, you wake up to...
I do wake up.
You do wake up.
Aedoro, you all right? You were moaning and tossing and turning around. What's going on?
Can I like make a check to see
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I recognize the
Definitely.
Recognize
and-
me?
The scent.
No.
And actually, go ahead and make a check as well, Dante. I don't know if this is a smell you would recognize.
Would I do a medicine check?
Sure, we can call it medicine.
Ooh, natural 20. I don't know what I was rolling, but
It's enough. Incense. You smell incense in the air.
It was a 14 for me.
Okay.
So
And you also both hear other moaning coming from other rooms as well.
I recognize that smell. I immediately like get to my feet with my spear
incense.
and run out the door.
Okay. It's thicker in the hallway, but you don't see like smoke in the hallway or any means. You smell it closer.
I will attempt to follow it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following him.
Yeah, you guys move. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Basically, you take time and you walk from room to room. You hear the moaning coming from a lot of the rooms, not from Gormo's. And as you guys walk...
Because I'm sleeping normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are a rock.
I'm going to say we're like,
I am.
we kind of, I peek in all the doors to, like, see, like, the people.
A lot of people are sort of having that fitful sleep.
Yeah.
A lot of the farmers. The old man Nelson with the very long beard is having the fitful sleep as well.
I see Gormo on the floor. I'm just like, weird. Okay.
And I'm fine.
Yeah.
And you follow... The smell is stronger downstairs. And as you walk down the stairs, you smell it. It is coming from the fireplace.
I want to investigate.
I
the
want to do
fireplace.
perception on the room.
Sure.
Would it be investigation?
Yeah, it's investigation for what you're doing.
That is a 23.
Natural 20 again. Oh my god.
Whoa.
So 23 perception.
Yeah.
You notice nothing strange about the room. It's empty. There's no candles lit other than a couple on the walls just in case people need to walk through the hallway by any means. But like, there's
no one
nothing-
there.
There's no one there.
Okay.
Natural 20. You notice a few very, very small sticks of incense like that are basically burning out that are in the fireplace in and amongst the logs. There's just a couple of, you can tell like just a couple sticks of incense were tossed in.
Do I notice anything weird about them? It's just like
No,
it's just
they don't
incense?
seem, they seem like normal sticks of incense essentially.
I get Aedoro over. Aedoro, look at there's just incense burning in the fireplace. Why?
Where's the inn owner?
I don't know.
You can look around for
Yeah.
her room. She sleeps on the first floor, behind basically where the front desk would be. You know where the you look around, you're like, oh, this must be her room.
Do I think that the incense is what's causing dreams? Like, I wouldn't know that. I don't know.
Make a check. What check would you like to make?
I don't,
to figure that out.
Arcana? Would I Arcana?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
Arcana them because there's something weird about it.
Sure.
Oh my god!
Really?
Another natural 20.
Really?
Wow.
3 in a row. I'm not even kidding. Look.
Whoa.
Our incense in and of itself.
Well, you're rolling terribly for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I know, right?
incense in and of itself shouldn't be able to cause this.
Yeah.
There are things that can be done with incense that could be a factor in causing dreams. What incense is meant to do is sort of help focus the mind a bit. So it's certainly possible that someone could do this with the intention of trying to like help everyone sleep more peacefully, and it backfired. But with a natural 20 and with knowing what you know about Arcana, this feels like too coincidental for there to be incense and also people are having these nightmare dreams. It doesn't feel like an accident or that someone was trying to like use the incense to help people sleep or anything like that. This feels deliberate.
In my dream, Gormo is one-handing holding a plate, and he has 22 plates stacked under one arm, and
Nice.
Horace and everybody's like, 22 plates! 22 plates! And that's just what I'm dreaming about.
So Aedoro immediately goes over and knocks on the innkeeper's door very loudly.
Okay. A couple minutes pass. Probably about 3 minutes after you knock, the door opens and she's got a sleep mask on, the facial cream, and she's like, "Yeah. How can I help you?" Is that the voice I had for her? That's what I'm using now.
Did you put the incense into the fireplace?
What are you talking about?
Do you not smell that?
Yeah. What is that? Is someone cooking something?
Insight.
Sure.
Check. That's an 18 insight.
She knows what you're talking about. She knows incense when she smells it.
What do you mean you don't know? You know exactly what this is.
Yes, it's incense. There's incense. Yes.
And then Aedoro glances over at Dante.
Yeah, I'm still. Is the fire? Can I see him from where I am by the fireplace still?
There he's around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come. I hear him yell for me. I go over.
Well, I just say Dante,
Yeah.
like as in like
Yeah. I head over.
I just like to think you say as in like come on.
as in like
Yeah.
head nod, quote unquote.
Did you put these incense in the fireplace?
Yes, is something wrong? Are you guys allergic to incense?
No, but everyone's having nightmares.
Well, wait, what?
Everyone in this inn is tossing and turning and moaning and having nightmares.
That's not what I wanted to happen at all. I wanted everyone to be peaceful. I wanted everyone to feel better about.
No, you didn't. Because I know that it was. I know that it wasn't.
It seems
intentional.
I immediately point my spear at her. The sheath of the blade of the spear is still on.
Okay.
But it's pointed directly at her. Start telling the truth now.
I'm afraid, okay? I was afraid that people weren't going to fight. I just wanted to make sure that they knew the consequences if they didn't. And I wanted people to feel like they were successful. I'm sorry.
Who are you?
Annabelle O'Reilly, pleased to meet you.
Can I roll insight to see
Sure.
if she's... Yeah. Hey, that one's bad.
Your luck is run out, sir.
Just a 6.
That is the name that she gave you.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm going to roll insight again.
Okay.
On the name that she gave us.
Okay.
It's a 13.
You can't tell. You would normally look at facial expression. She has a sleep mask on. But it seems like she's nervous and scared of you. You're not sure what the percentage would be to lie to you at this point.
Actually, what actually happened in your dream? Because I don't know.
Yeah. You should know that he had a bad dream.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it was like a glimpse of tomorrow. The place was in ruins. Many people were getting cut down, but we won in the end.
Huh.
The priest who used to live here and well, she died a few years back, but she taught me some things about incense. We had incense in the temple, and well, the idea was that it would help people kind of focus themselves, and that you could maybe pray and try to get what you wanted to kind of guide meditation is what she would call it, and I was just hoping that I could.
So you're trying to force people back into the church?
No, look, the one good thing that happened to this town, Paylor's name was on the card. I thought maybe I could, I don't know, press my luck a bit. Maybe if he was going to help us, I could get a little more help out of him.
The
Well-
gods don't interact with the mortals.
They brought us you.
We
Yeah.
brought us.
Well, whoever brought you, you're here.
Well, it seems like maybe you were trying to do something helpful, but it's not really helping. So why don't you put those out so we can get some real sleep
Okay.
and be rested?
Of course. And she goes to the fire and she She fishes out. She takes some tongs and she fishes out the incense is mostly crumbling at this point. So she's like, I can't. I'll throw in some logs and we'll cover the smell. And so she takes some wet logs that sort of burn with some more smoke. And she throws in some paper as well to kind of provide some more natural smells.
I start going back to the bed and just like, oh my god, this place is weird.
Aedoro gives her a dirty look, an untrusting look,
Oh, that kind of dirty look.
and that kind of dirty look.
Gotta be specific.
You go a different direction.
Gives her that kind of the untrusting look.
Okay.
And walks back to his room
Okay.
and locks the door.
Okay. Cool. The morning comes and no one needs to make another wisdom saving throw.
Yay.
I feel great. Gormo puts on his clothes that he's like neatly folded next to him. He puts on his shirt, he buttons it up, he puts on his I guess he's wearing a little bow tie.
That's how I picture him. Yeah.
And he puts his jacket that he's fully re-sewn. It looks wonderful. It's pristine.
What'd you do about the blood?
Oh, he got all of it out with the mineral water.
Oh, that's what he was doing for like 6 hours?
Yeah, that's what he was doing for a while. And when he was in the cart and stuff.
Yeah, that's
he's
right, that's
very
right.
good at this point of getting blood out of clothes.
That's true.
With Horace's adventures. He's done it many, many times.
With Horace's proclivities.
Yeah. So he's fully dressed, ready to go. He's probably up the earliest. He's
Okay.
probably up at like the crack of dawn. Like once light breaks in his room, as soon as it touches his eye, he's awake.
Nice.
Like just shot up and puts on his clothes immediately because he would normally be up before anybody so that he has breakfast and things ready for everyone.
Right.
He goes downstairs. He kind of sits. He realizes that there isn't a kitchen for him to really like work in or like prepare anything.
Well, you can look around. There might be a kitchen in the O'Reilly
Okay.
house.
I will make
I don't need you to... You can just look around.
Okay,
You
I look
can
around,
find-
I check like...
There's a kitchen.
Okay, do I find like in, I guess, what would be like kind of an ice area? Do I find like eggs or anything like that I could make breakfast
There
with?
are some eggs and there's some...
Bread and...
There's some bread and cheese.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he takes all of them and starts cutting up the bread, starts cracking the eggs and mixing in the cheese and things like that, and kind of makes like an egg cheese bread, like French toast style almost, and mixes up a bunch, just cooks with a bunch of the different pans. He's running a bunch of different times. He's done this a lot.
Yeah.
So he kind of sets up...
After about 20 minutes, Annabelle walks in. She's sort of groggy and says, "What are you doing?"
I'm making breakfast. Would you like an eggy toast?
Okay.
Sure. And he whips one up and puts one on a plate and passes it over to Annabelle.
Okay. She enjoys it. She says, Thank you. Please
Yeah.
don't make dinner in my kitchen."
Sorry about that. Luckily I'm only making breakfast. And he walks over and starts continue cooking and sets out more things on plates and gets them ready for his companions.
Oh, can I smell the food?
Yeah, I think at a certain point it starts to fill the
I'm going to say that wakes me up, and I'm like, and I run downstairs.
eggs.
Aedoro's been awake for a while. He
Mm-hmm.
was essentially just in like his watchful sleep after the events of last night, so he didn't like ever fully get to sleep.
One eye open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dante fell fast asleep again. He was like,
Oh, Gormo slept. He feels great.
Cool. So you guys come down.
All right. Well, here's your plate. There you go, Aedoro and Dante. Here you go. Have some eggy toast, and we'll be on our way. I guess this is exciting. I'm excited to get out there and investigate mercenaries.
this is delicious. You're a good cook, Gormo.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Eggy toast? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
It's a specialty. Horace has asked me to make it ever since he was a kid. I feel like I've never actually mentioned him. Horace is my master, and he likes eggy toast, and he likes fine things and mostly hair products, and he's a very noble and wonderful prince. And he sent me on this mission to find a dirty
I'd like
dirty
you guys
wizard
to make
friend.
an insight check about noble and wonderful prince.
That is an 18.
I got I also got 18.
So probably when I said noble, you could sense like a tinge of just like I kind of jumped over a landmine mid-word when I said that. But like you can tell like there's a little bit of like warmth there in what I'm saying, but there's also a lot of baggage that I'm dragging along with it.
Some resentment.
Like a few times when I say Horace's name, like my tone drags. But yeah. And he sent me on this adventure. I guess it is an adventure to find a very dirty wizard named Sweeney, because he stole, in his words, a wonderful, nice gift, and that dirty wizard needs to give it back. So I'm here to retrieve it.
How do you steal a gift?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really ask those questions, but I am trying to retrieve a spellbook.
So why are you serving him?
Oh, who? Prince Horace?
Yes.
Oh, well, he is my master, and I serve him because I am under the service of the House Kemps, and he is a prince of Kemps. He is Prince Horace Kemp.
So, you cook for him, clean
Yes.
for him, go on dangerous long missions for him.
Yes, yep,
He asks an awful lot from you.
Well, he asks what is right and what is correct for a noble in his station to do, and I believe in it wholeheartedly.
Oh, well, if you like it, sure.
Are you being paid for this service?
Paid?
Paid.
I mean, I get a servant's salary, stipend, I guess, every month, you would say. I put it away for a rainy day, but who would need it when you're working with, the Kemps? I mean, such a wonderful family, and I want for nothing. It's truly a marvelous profession.
Okay.
So,
Wait, hold on.
enjoy.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if he really believes this. Oh, natural 1. Yeah, you seem to love it. Great. Good for you. Glad you got a good job.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I have to say I'm in a little bit of new territory with what we're venturing out to do. So, what do you recommend? How do we sneak upon the orc lair?
Well, first we relax.
Oh, okay. Do I need to stretch, or is there some kind of...
No, I mean, like, tension is never good on the battlefield.
Okay.
So that means you have to breathe. Take a breath.
Okay.
You timed how long that breath
I
was.
did. I timed it. What do I do now?
Wait.
Okay. Should I stand like this, or what do you think is best? Straight back?
Yes.
Okay. Now what?
Just wait and we'll let you know.
Okay. So it's more like waiting, just standing, and I do this often. Okay, I got this.
Okay. I'm gonna go and see if the villagers are ready.
Okay. You notice that some of them are coming downstairs at this point. And Annabelle is preparing a little breakfast for people, sort of a buffet-style breakfast. She's down a little bit of bread and cheese and eggs at this point, but she's got a couple left.
Who cooked those?
And some people are filling out as well into the town square. And you notice, actually, as you look outside, that Samson has set up about 6 or 7 straw, like scarecrows, that he's like digging into the earth and like hammering. And you guys hear the hammering before you go outside. He's like driving them into the ground.
Are those supposed to be target dummies?
That's the plan. I figure we can use them. Maybe we can throw the spears, or we can.
You never throw the spear.
Okay.
Not unless you have a way to retrieve it.
All right. Cool. Good to know. So we can also bow and arrow. I don't know if we can get some of those. If we can make some of those.
Have you ever shot a bow before?
No, I haven't.
Has
But
anyone ever shot a bow before in this town?
Leslie, she's good with a bow and arrow.
Does she have a bow and arrow?
It broke last winter.
Broken which way?
The string.
All right. Out of the game, the highest building in the town is the bell tower, right?
Yeah, the bell tower.
Well, then we'll place her in the bell. I will fix her bow, and then we'll place her in the bell tower as a lookout.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. So we're gonna let the orcs enter the town then to hit them where they are.
Gather everyone together, and then I will tell you the plan.
All right, everybody, gather around. Gather around. We gotta have a conversation right now. We gotta wait for Aedoro's gotta talk to us. And some men sort of groggily, and some of the women as well.
Gormo walks up as well because
Yeah.
he was called outside,
Yeah.
so he did.
Of course.
What are we here? What are we looking at?
So is this everybody? Like,
Yeah, there's a good.
is the mayor there as well and everything?
She does emerge. Yeah, she's in her house, but you see her in the doorframe.
And there's still one full day potentially until he comes.
You think you have until about noon tomorrow.
Potentially.
That's the understanding you have is 48 hours.
How far away? I'm asking. How far away is Pox Hill with the castle?
By walk or by horse?
Walking.
Hour and a half.
All right. You are going to take all of those who were your training yesterday through the drills that I was running you for,
Okay.
and I will be back in 2 hours.
Excellent. 2 hours. Got it.
All right. Aedoro makes his way to the gate. He's going to go scout
Got it.
at Pox Hill.
Cool. Just you or the...
I mean, they're welcome to join me. He was planning to do it by himself.
Okay. You guys see him walking towards the doors.
Well, what's happening?
Where are you going? Are you going to Pox Hill?
I'm going to scout it out. I want to see what we're up against.
Oh, well, we will travel together as mercenary companions.
I don't know if you have the right temperament for this.
No, this is good. This is good. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get there, and what are we gonna do when we get there?
Have you ever scouted anything before?
We'll describe scouting.
Sneaking up to a place.
Okay.
And gauging the numbers of the enemy so you can formulate a plan.
I've hosted a lot of dinner parties, and that's very similar. To see who's going to be there, how many people are coming, where they have to sit, what kind of sandwiches they want when they want them, and they can be dangerous if you don't feed them on time. So I think I got this. I think I can do this.
Yeah, bring them along.
All right, you two are going to follow my lead.
Okay.
And you're going to do Gormo.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do everything I say.
Sure. That should not be a problem. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back again next week with our continued adventures of Gormo, Aedoro, and Dante. In the meantime, our DM Mike Christensen writes columns on Partial Arc called How We Roll, where he shares stories and advice for role-playing games. In the latest installment, he launched a new feature that will run through his article throughout the year, a collaborative dungeon design project. With the help from readers' comments and contributions, Mike will spend all of 2016 designing a dungeon, and then he will run it for our real-life D&D group and will air it on the show. Hey, while you're on partialarc.com, why not check out some of our other podcasts, like Roll to Seize, our Warhammer 40k podcast, and you can also email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.